Sonya Weaver.
Yes.
Sonya Weaver?
New name recently changed.
What do you mean? What's that?
I'm Dr. Sonya Weaver. I have a HC in humanitarianism.
Well, what is that? I just don't know. I don't know.
Honorary doctorate in humanitarianism. Basically,
you
people
give money?
Be watching the work that I've done and continue to do for the community.
Yes, it is a process. Yes, it's a process. So that's one of our P's. Protect the process.
Yes.
And it's a whole production. Mm-hmm. Another P.
Another P.
So today is about protecting the P. And my P that I thought about and why I wanted you to come on is because you've been so helpful to me in getting me to achieve my goals. Oh. Okay? And so then I thought that would be important for when people, because a lot of times when people start in the new year, they say, oh, I'm going to do this year. I'm going to do this year. Mm-hmm. These are all the things I'm going to get accomplished for this year. To the D. The D is what's important. D for Dion. See, I don't get tattoos. I get jewelry. I get jewelry. That's what I get. I get something that's removable, and if I want to change it, I can change it without causing too much pain to myself.
Well, I do have one.
So now here it is. Protect the P. Dr. Sonya Weaver. So congratulations on your doctorate, your doctorate. And that's what you will be publishing under, and that's what you've got a book coming out as well.
Yes.
So, like I said, you've helped me. You helped me get my, when I wanted to become certified for the women's business enterprise, you helped me with that. Your practices and everything, I need help. So just like I can help other people, I need help getting the things that I need done. And you were able to do that. Yeah, we got that done. We went on a hiring thing for me to hire people. Yes. We got that done. That project was done. So you helped me with personal projects that I'm trying to accomplish. And you've been able to do that as my, I think, real professional coach. So protect the professional coaches.
Yes,
because
please.
They work. They are here to help you and they will help. So talk about it.
Okay. So since we are talking about protect the P, and getting prepared for today's show, I said what would be the P that I really wanted to resonate. And for me, it is to protect your purpose.
All right. Oh, okay.
And because of the work I do, that's really why I do what I do. It's for people to unlock and walk in their purpose. And so as a professional, or personal and professional life coach, that's really what my desire is. Then as I was thinking, there's 3 sub-Ps in there to know, because I said, well, how are people even know when they're in their purpose? For me, I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. If you don't have the passion for the work you're doing, chances are you're not in your purpose.
I know it. And that's what I'm seeing about people who, all I want is for people to come on board that want to help, that want me to, because I'm going to do my part. I'm going to pay you. Absolutely. A professional coach, and a professional coach for the new year makes sense.
It does. And the reason why my coach, and I believe that everyone should have a coach if you're serious about your purpose. You're going to give yourself every excuse. Now, if I say I'm going to do something for you, then I'm going to push myself to make sure I'm doing it, keeping my word, my integrity, all those things that come with it. But when you tell yourself, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z for yourself, you give yourself so much leeway. Well, today, you remember when you had to do the laundry instead, or remember when your daughter, they were sick, and, but a coach holds you accountable,
right,
for what you are truly trying to achieve. And so for me, I know it was imperative that I got one, the moment that I left corporate America released me, I should say.
Are we just a bunch of misfits that either got fired?
Well, it was severance. I don't know what that whole thing is.
Wait a minute. They didn't let you play in the reindeer games anymore?
No. Because I got a voice to speak the truth, I couldn't. So when you get to that point where you feel that, you're not in your purpose, you will find yourself doing things you may have not done, previous years. Let's just say that, because at some point your purpose is going to take precedence over everything.
Right.
I truly believe we were all born with our purpose already in us. We're only here for a short amount of time, and it is to do whatever that is. Unfortunately, a lot of us do leave this world never to have done our purpose. And because of that, the world is less beautiful than it could be. I really believe.
Well, maybe that's how God intended it to be. If they didn't, so I understand what you're saying. I want to just put something else, I guess, up this Socratic method. What if you were given the opportunity and for whatever reason you didn't take advantage of it?
Right, because we all have choice.
So we have choice.
We all have choice. And, you have an opportunity to not take advantage of anything if you choose not to. But I do still believe that you came here for it with a purpose already in you.
So is the world not beautiful because that person didn't make they made a certain choice and then they're not here with us?
Something that was meant to happen didn't happen.
We would never know.
We would never know. We would never know. And how do we know? Is because of the advancement and the changes that we see around us, good, bad, or indifferent. Some people's purpose is to be. I don't know if we can cuss.
Yeah, we can cuss. It's protect the P. Okay, what does the P stand for?
Some people's purpose may be to be assholes, because of whatever happened to them. But their purpose, if they designed a new software, but then now they're greedy and they're hoarding it and all this kind of stuff. No, their purpose was really to make an impact on the world through whatever their genius is. That was their purpose. Life came and then they just effed it up on how they perceived it to be.
You can say fucked it up.
Well, fucked it up because of, how the world influenced them around, whether it was their household, whether it was the school they went to, whether they, got molested, whatever that happened external. That purpose can either never happen, or as you release it, could go sideways, or it could transform your life. It's just so many layers that are associated with it. But the main thing is that we all have something to contribute to this world, and we were born to do it. It gives you this undescribable feeling of joy when you're truly walking in your purpose. You would do it even if you weren't getting paid for it. And so that's when I was doing it for corporate America in a limited setting. So it got to the point where the best part of my day was the impact I was making for those who reported directly to me. And I would work with them. What do you want to do? It wasn't about the work you're doing day to day. It was my conversation with them. Well, what do you want to do? Mm-hmm. And then it evolved into me getting additional trainings that I need in order to do it. Little did I know that, within a week, I say, I thank you because you were my confirmation. Within a week.
Really?
Within a week of corporate America giving me the date of, this is happening, you approached me and was like, tell me what you do. And then we began working.
It wasn't that quick. See, and you should be happy that I listened to what God told me to do.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay.
Because you said I gave you the confirmation.
Yes.
But what if I had not listened to what I was told to do? What if I hadn't been obedient? We don't know, but I'm just saying. See, that's why I know I'm here for a reason. I know I help people, which I already know. I mean, I've got clients that tell me I help them. But the thing of it is that's why I stay in tune with what am I doing,
right?
And how am I getting there, and the different practices that I use in order to achieve that. So I'm happy you said that, because that's good. I didn't know that was going on in your life.
No, you didn't. You had no idea that was going on, and it pushed me. It pushed me for things that had been sitting because I hadn't had the time. When you're managing a region, you're busy. Even though I was doing my own things that I knew I was supposed to be doing, I still didn't have the type of time to dedicate it that I do now. And so you pushed me to move very quickly, because that's just how it happened.
You knew me, living your, you've got to have peace. So protect the peace, protect your purpose.
Yes.
And so many times we are so directed that thinking, oh, we've got to be in a situation where, we get out of school and somebody's got to hire us. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm looking for an employee. I'm looking for employees. I'm looking for somebody who wants to work.
Well, here's the thing, Dion. I have a curriculum that I teach to our youth as well for starting businesses. And the first thing that I tell them is even if you never start a business, you have intellectual property first and foremost, and you need to see yourself as an independent contractor and hold yourself accountable as sorts. You don't have to necessarily see yourself as an employee. If you see yourself as an independent contractor, then you need to come in there prepared to not only do what you're hired to do, but think how can you contribute to success of the ones that are hiring you, because you are not just an employee. So I'm hoping that that mindset shift, I'm very, very focused on people's mind and how they see and perceive things. So I love when you say you go into meditation and you look at a deeper you. You have to see yourself in a deeper you. If you wake up every day and you just see it as a job that you're going to, then you're going to treat it as such. That is where the difference becomes with the people who reported with me for all those years, is because I saw their value and I appreciated it, and I made them work to see it in practice every day. How can you bring your skill sets to it and change? I mean, some of the people left because I work with them so good. That's fine. But you have to see something deeper within yourself. And yes, when you have that, it becomes this cohesiveness of partnership. And I see it every day when I come and work with Dion of the vision of this practice. God has gifted me with vision, and that's why I work with people the way I do. Because once you tell me your desires, I can also visualize them happening. When I walk in, I see people who are not just here for the check, because Dion will pay you. Those who don't know, Dion will pay you. I'm put that out there.
I will.
But what she also is looking for is a team. She wants you to bring your ideas. How can you make it better? How can you make this a cohesive environment so when people come in, they are well received as soon as they walk in the door? This is branded. They know, just like any other billboards and attorneys out there, this is a brand that is being created. It is a environment and a community that is being created, and it's rightfully so. I mean, some people say how many frogs you got to kiss before you find the prince. Guess that happens when you hire people too.
I've been kissing frogs, man. I'm so tired of kissing frogs. They get on my nerves. I just want to bite at this point. I just want to bite off their damn head. Ow!
Exactly. But I have noticed working with young people that many have not learned the skills of how to find truly what they desire to do in life, or the gifts that they have from within. So again, your gifts are tied to your purpose, and how do you best release them into the world is what people are always searching for. And I don't know what's going on with the gap of generations. I know I saw a change myself in corporate America with my staff. It became a sense of entitlement and entitled before even contributing. It's like, okay, it was just it's a weird place where a lot of people are in that age frame. And I really don't know where that came from. It brings me joy because I believe we are a people here meant to help one another.
Exactly. And that's how the Creator, God, that's what I call him, God, my Lord. I feel that's what he's given us. He's given us gifts, and those gifts are meant to be shared.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what's meant to happen. So now it comes down to, here we are, it's the new year, goals. Get your goals. I think write out your goals.
Yes. Do not do a damn resolution. I don't believe in resolutions.
What are resolutions?
I don't.
I resolve
bullshit that you never ever achieve. Lifestyle changes and tangible goals is what I say every new year. You need to be prepared to do a self-reflection of a lifestyle change you're going to do. Okay. I don't believe in when people say diet. No, do a lifestyle change. Even if it's one thing that you're giving up or that you're going to reduce. I say don't deny yourself, because once you deny yourself, it becomes the most attractive thing in the world. Okay, but when you make up your mind, a made up mind is so powerful.
Okay.
When you have a made up mind that this is going to be a lifestyle change, and then here are my tangible goals. Don't go out there and think, I'm going to go save 10,000 people and you haven't even saved one person or influenced. You have to have something tangible to move towards that larger goal. But write them out. Make them plain. Put them somewhere where you can refer to them Make them accountable. Get a buddy, a trust buddy. Hell, get a coach. That's your trust buddy.
Get a coach.
But
get a coach. This is my professional coach. I pay her to tell me pretty much what to do.
Pretty much what to do. And it's in a
I pay her to coach me.
Confidential setting. You can be vulnerable with, because maybe you can't be as vulnerable with people who know you. You think that they will have the best interest for you. Sometimes it's not there. Sometimes they remember your limitations. They remember who you were. They remember whatever. They love you. They don't want you to get hurt. So they might not push you in that direction because they see that might hurt you through the process. Whereas for me, I'm non-biased. This you say you want to do it. Well, let's make it happen. Let me find out who you are so I can know some of your character traits so we can see some of the pitfalls. And that's the same thing as any coach. You don't see Steph Curry out there on the court without his coach.
That's right.
What the hell? They ain't championships without coaches.
That's true.
Because you're in it. You're in it. That means you're invested into what's happening in that moment. You can get emotional. Somebody can jab you, and next thing you know, you are mad out there missing every shot. A coach sees it from a perspective that you don't. And they will pull you out, pull you back, feed into you what you need to hear, push you back out there to do what you need to do.
So true. That is so true. And that's what all I know is, I hadn't thought about it the way she just said it. All I know is I say, this is what I'm trying to achieve. How do we make it happen? And I just know that you tell me, this is what we're doing. This is what you need to do. You give me weekly things to do. And then from there, it's like it gets done. My goals get achieved.
Right.
My goals get achieved. So it's very important to live in, for the number one, I feel like I'm living in my purpose.
Yes. I strongly believe that.
Number two.
I have not felt any wavering of what you did. And here's the, I don't know if I can share anything yet.
Go ahead, share
in
something.
The process of the new project, I am getting to know a Dion that I didn't know.
Oh my God, that's right. Okay, yes.
So,
see that this is live. This is live here.
So I'm not spilling any tea on this show, but I'm letting you know something juicy is coming. But in the process, I'm seeing if I was to say some of the things I'm learning.
Tell me about it.
Things
Tell me you're learning. Yeah, you can say it. Okay.
You aligned for, are you in your purpose? Yes. Do your purpose come easy at times? No. So can you dabble in a whole lot of stuff, get frustrated, get angry, get mad, get emotional? All of these are valid things that you can go through as you going to find out your purpose. The problem is many people don't want to go through all that shit.
Oh my God. And I've gone through some shit. I'm writing a book. And the book is called Protect the P. And the book, I won't get into how, but yes, you are helping me to write the book.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty much already written. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much getting it organized. Right. Because I've been writing it since I was 17. Okay? And it won't be 1,000,000 pages. So it'll be, probably about 300 pages or so. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. From the structure that's coming to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, about 300 pages.
But it will be
it'll be a nice read.
So, yeah. Like a so in your face, like, read. Yeah. So I protect my purpose. And that is making sure I don't get swayed to your purpose. Yeah, I hear you. or to their purpose. But it's so key because you will find yourself losing your passion. So anytime you sit to place too long and you feel like you don't want to go there, you're not passionate about it, all you do is complain about it. Hey, light bulb should come right over your head.
Well, that's the thing about it. Anybody who works for me, if you start complaining, then there's a problem. Because there's a problem because I don't want you to be anywhere where you unhappy. Exactly. You should come in here and be like, okay, I'm coming in here. I'm not saying we got to be best friends. I'm not saying that at all. But you should at least enjoy coming in. Because if you're not enjoying it, then that's when problems come in. That's when the energy shifts. That's when the energy shifts. Yeah. That's when you might get paranoid, thinking somebody's out to get you. That's all these things that aren't even happening because you're not happy. Right. So you should be happy. That's why I'm never upset when anybody leaves. And I'm not upset when I let you go. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say it right there. I'm not upset when I let you go because because I figure you want to go because you're doing this.
Exactly.
If you're not doing your work, you want me to let you go.
What that to you early on. Because see, here's the thing people don't know. They may see this business facade and be like shrewd or stern or whatever other words that they
shrewd for who? For me?
Yeah, some people might see that.
I'm shrewd.
Some people might see it. Because she has a heart. She was like, do you think I was too hard? Do you think I said, Dion, this is all I want you to do. And know from this point on, you do not fire. You have never fired anybody in your life. And you never will.
They let themselves go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People tell their employers, I'm ready to go.
Yep. Yep.
That's all.
They do that by
their words, their actions, their deeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we never fire people. People let you know, I don't want to be here anymore.
That's right.
And you just say, oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to help you with what you've already been telling me.
Exactly.
That's the truth. You don't want to, okay, I get it. You don't want to be here.
Exactly.
I'm going to trust that this is what God told you to do. God told you to come in here and be half-assed with my shit. And I'm going to say, no.
Right.
No, I can't have
because
that.
a person who's truly coming in with their intellectual property wants to shine because I'm showing you who I am. I'm giving you a piece of my intellectual property. So let me show you how I can rearrange these files to make this system work better for you and for me.
Right.
Because I'm here.
And that's all I'm saying.
So those, again, it comes with this mind change. It comes with us knowing we are so much more. And you got to protect all of that. You really do. When it comes to the P's, there's so many P's to protect. And I know for me, it was a third one that I had wanted to do. Let me see. I know I said my peace. I said I should be passionate with it. And I should find pleasure.
Pleasure.
That's what it was.
Oh, wow. Pleasure.
Pleasure. So I find pleasure in the work that I do. And I protect that.
Now, I've never looked at it like that. Pleasure in what I do. Now, I love what I do. I love my purpose. I definitely protect my peace at all costs. I love the process because I know it's a process. I love the perspective. The perspective that I bring to others and that others bring to me. So it's not just it's a two-way street. So I love all that, but I hadn't thought about it as pleasure because I think of pleasure kind of sexual. So I got to get my mind out the gutter. I'm very, very dedicated to my daughter, and my thing was and has been that until she gets out, I got to get her out of high school. I need to focus on her. So I've been focusing on myself, my daughter, and my job, and what I'm building here, my business. So that it maybe, I don't know what is prevented. I don't know. I guess it's might have broken a few hearts. Oh well.
That wasn't even
planned. Oh, that was not planned. Oh well. So, but the bottom line is that I've got to stay focused and on what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here. And I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, either you're going to be on board or you're not going to be on board. And I'm okay if you're not on board. Because what won't happen and what I won't allow you to do is to hold me back. Mm-hmm. Because I'm going a northeasterly direction. I'm going up and over. So that means over and out, I'm doing that. So, and as a result, I cannot allow that. So when we talk about pleasure, first thing in my own dirty mind think is I ain't doing nothing is pleasure. Can't have no pleasure. I can't have that pee.
But look how it open up though when you do allow it to be more than just that one area.
If I look at my business as pleasure,
yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna really. So if I take that energy that I've been holding on to it and put that energy, I've already got a lot of energy.
I get a lot of things approved, not only for others, but for myself, because I take the time to get to know and see where your passion is. And then I pray and I say, okay, I'm writing from your passion point. So,
well, that's why I pay you.
That's why.
Money well spent for me. You have some pressure. All right. You had to have some pressure. Okay.
Well, who works good under pressure? I work good under pressure. Unfortunately.
I don't like
it, but I excel in it. I have written what is those things in college? Actually, up in that college.
Papers.
Not just the paper, but the big ones.
Where dissertation?
little less than that. Not whatever those big project papers. Yeah,
I don't know.
where I had to have all of this. They were pages full. I think they were at least 30 pages.
Not
To
in the
turn
night.
in.
Not in the night.
Yeah. Oh yes.
They were mostly pictures then.
No, I get creative under pressure, and I hate that about myself. And so
No.
yeah, so I'll be up, and just go straight up to class to turn it in. And I've been to a point where I had so much pressure, I lost stuff
Okay.
and
So
freaked out, took a nap, and had to start all over.
all right. So then let's talk about that
So
because there are
I
people.
don't need to protect procrastination.
No.
I've been protecting procrastination.
But sometimes procrastination might be good. Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we just sit back and just wait. Just wait. For whatever reason, we don't know why we're stalling, but we just have to. I don't know. Okay.
I think that's something that we all have. Don't get me wrong. We all procrastinate. Why? And then it's not always, to me, every single time we procrastinate. Like, you have this term paper. See, I just can't. You have this term paper that's due. They give that to you right from day one for you to be gathering together, getting all your sources and all this stuff. Why would you procrastinate right before it's due? Why? Why do we do that?
Why did they even assign the damn term paper? I mean, is that the only way you can test whether or not I got the concept? Is that the only way? So maybe some of it is maybe we procrastinate because the original assignment was sort of just bullshit. That's just it. So then here it is. There's certain things, especially in my business, being an attorney, that we have no control over, right? There's absolute things get moved back. And a lot of times people will come to me and say, I'm expecting this to be done like yesterday. Well, it didn't happen just yesterday. That's not how it works here. Mm-hmm. And things happen. So I absolutely keeping a person posted as to what's going on. I swear to God, if something changes, I will be calling you immediately. We got to do this. I'll be rushing you. Right. Why is she rushing me? Up until this, she hasn't said anything. I probably haven't. But now we got to act on it. Now we got to do this. We got to get these things done. And that's just where it is. And that's how it works with what I do. But other than that, if I'm not calling, trust me, if I'm not calling, it's a good sign. Mm. Because when I'm calling, something is needed. And it's needed right now that we got to get this. Let's get this done. Right, to make sure this happens, and it happens. Because I'm working for you. I'm working to get your stuff done. So now here we are. It's the new year. We're working, and we're trying to show people. I know I started off by saying some of the things that I do in the morning. I do want to share some of that, more of that with you. So I wake up, I meditate, I journal, and from there I make my bed up. After that, I go and I do a light exercise, and that helps me to feel good in the morning. I also, in the evening, when I get back in, I do a light exercise and I meditate again. And then, this is something I forgot to tell people that I do. When I'm in the shower, I start off hot and then I rinse and I do a cold water rinse. I do a cold water rinse. And what that does to you, shocks you. Shocks the system. I guess that's why I come in and just shrewd. Did you say shrewd? I'm happy you didn't say prude. New year, new me. Start by writing your goals. I do that every single year. Every single year, my daughter and I, we sit down at the table and we write out our goals for 2000, whatever it was 2025. We have written our goals out. Okay, we've written them out and say this is what we want to do. This is, and I'll say I want to do this, and I'll put my Dion, blah 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 blah, Anaya, blah blah blah, Dion, and we put down our goals as to what we want to do, and we have them. You said it earlier. We have ours right when is in our living room, dining room slab, like right there in that. There's sort of a wall that joins the two, and they're right there on that wall, taped there. So if anybody comes over, they would be able to see them if they wanted to read them. What our goals are for the new year, and they're by there so we can see it. And I just keep that in there. And sometimes goals change, so it's not meaning that you have to keep it the same. They absolutely change.
And sometimes goals get achieved quicker than you imagine, so you can always build additional as you're moving. It's basically, you do not want to wake up and be robotic. What that mean? You wake up, I eat, I go to job, come home, watch TV, sleep, wake up, eat, go to job.
I am robotic. But I am robotic in a sense.
Structured is different than robotic.
Okay, because I was going to say, I get up,
what
I
does
meditate.
That mean? So if I'm talking about robotic, there's no feelings, there's no pleasure. You've been programmed. This is all you're doing. Okay, structured is creating an environment that allows you the opportunity to achieve that which you desire.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely structured. The new year, what are people doing? You're the professional coach. I just do as I'm told.
Doing?
Yeah, what do they need to do?
Oh,
because at the end of the day, I want to make you laugh, and I wish. Can we find a P that starts with means laughter? Does anybody know a P that means laughter? Because we want to protect that. Playfulness. For
laughter.
For laugh. Oh, playfulness. Okay, very nice. I went to Chicago, and when I went to Chicago, I bought a poster of the water tower, and it was such a pretty poster. It was around wintertime, and I came back to Detroit, and I put that on my wall. 16 years old, and I said, I'm going to live there one day. And it was there for me to look at and stare at and stare at. And wouldn't you know, it took me 20. No, I actually lived in Chicago because I went to Loyola University of Chicago. I was 24 to 1994 to 1996. I made it happen. But I saw it. It was something right there. So these are some things that you were talking about.
Yes, vision is huge. So, people talk about vision boards. One of my companies, we do vision bracelets where you're carrying your vision with you wherever you go. It's just something that your mind, again, I'm talking about that mindset change because your mind is such a powerful tool.
Oh, so much you can do.
So much. So it can, and it's not a respecter. So if you feed it negative, you're going to produce negative. So you have to then overcompensate with positive. It's so easy to do negative. Then it's harder work to do things that are positive. It's harder work to believe something that you feel impossible is possible. But the more you visualize it, right? You had no idea by way how you were going to get to Chicago. You just knew this is where you were going.
I knew I was going.
Right? You just knew whether it was going to be train, bus, automobile, whatever. You had no idea. You just knew you were going, and you believed you were going, and you kept seeing it so much so you saw yourself there. That's where you kind of start to play in your mind, and people are like, how can you do it? It does take practice. It does take work. I mean, the car in which I'm driving, I saw it before I actually became an owner of it. To the point I wrote down, here's the writing down again. I didn't just leave it with make and model. I said external color will be this. Internal color will be this with these type of accents. It will do this, And so then I began to look as I passed that car on the street. And I'm like, okay, yep, that's what it looks like. So every time I saw it, I could see myself looking at my own steering wheel that I didn't have yet. I could see the emblem change. And next thing you know, it was there positioned waiting for me. How do I know? One night out of the blue, start looking. And boom, it popped up. And not like I hadn't already been looking. But that particular night, for what I want, you can't get that car for that price. Oh, yes, I will. Because this is what I want.
Yep.
But you got to be patient. And we talked about that already. Protect your patience. Because someone's going to come in there and they're going to try to be like, give up, take too long, what you doing, just get something else. You have to understand if this is truly something for you that you desire, you have to understand it's going to be a process. That's what Dion said, process. And then you have to be patient in the process.
I'll tell you one last thing. I saw my picture on a wall for the office I was going to have. And what do you look when you see over here? You see a picture of me.
Right.
I saw that even before I didn't even know where I was going to be. But I saw myself walking down, and I would be able to see myself every day when I came in to work. I was going to see a picture of me. And guess what I see? A picture of me.
Right.
Every day. Even though I think I'm moving. I see myself possibly moving because I have to have things a certain way in order to have it together. But listen, this was great. How can people get in contact with you? Because we have approximately 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Okay. Yes, you can find me on all social media platforms. I'm active though on Facebook and Instagram. You can find me at Sonya M Weaver Coaching, or you can just find me at Sonya Weaver on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Deals with Bob. Also, you can find me at Linked, Lynked, where I bring people together intentionally to bead and bond and increase connections or acknowledge for any other celebrations or whatever you might begin together for gatherings. I can be reached at 734-991-3995. If you want to book me, you can call me directly or you can get me on my website.
She is good. Go ahead. No, that's not your website, but go ahead.
My website is Sonya M Weaver coaching.com. Again, the easiest way though is to probably contact me in person. Let me know where you saw me at so that I can know you're not spam, because I get a lot of that.
All right. Well, like I said, you helped me. You helped me with my certification with hiring. You helped me with my sister when my mom passed away, and I said she needs a coach. You helped me with that. You're helping me. You helped me with my recertification. We got that done, and that was approved. Yay! You helped me, and you helped me currently with my book, yes. Protect the P. That's coming out. Protect the P. Protect the P. Protect the P. It's a brand. Yes. It's a lifestyle.
Yes.
It all can't be me.
And let me actually say too, for my push, when my coach will get me if I don't say this, I will have all of the resources that I use with working with my clients for them to achieve their goals that is going to be coming out in a book format for you to download or however it's going to be sold. I don't know. If you are not ready to begin working with me. And I'm going to tell you, you have to be ready because I'm going to hold a level of accountability with you achieving your goals. So some people want to still be able to say, create excuses. I'm just going to be real. They still want to create excuses. So I'm still giving you the tools and the resources for you to begin wetting your feet. But when you're ready to jump in the deep end and have a beautiful swim, then contact me.
Come on in. The water is fine.